What a scene, a spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome to the Rose Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. As we'll see one of the top teams in this conference taking on the winners of 4 straight, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Bruins will kick it away to start. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Penn State's offense takes the field for the first time today. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
Looking for a man. It's Auburn. Just a short pass to the tight end. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Drew Aller feels as if he has unfinished business at Penn State. Tyler Warren is gone, but Aller still with a plethora of weapons at his disposal, and maybe, David, giving him a path to redemption in the college football playoff.
Yeah, and when we saw him finish, it wasn't the best, right? He made the big turnover. They had a chance to go to the national title game, but Penn State took some next steps, and he took some next steps. So if the talent in this offense, another year with Coltonecki, the running backs back, like this offense could really take them.
He lost one down the sideline. Oh, right through his hand. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over from the moment the ball left his hand.
Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
There's nothing better than opening drive, coming out as an away team. Everybody's got all that excitement, all that energy, and being able to run the football and physically exert yourself to start a football game.
Looking to throw on first down. Looking for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football. No PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Power football with the run. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. And he just needed a few inches, and he didn't get it. The defense denies this offense. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to keep the drive alive. Hard running there. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. So UCLA's offense has the ball for the first time. They are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback and this whole offense, David.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful, they wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness. It's focal point 1, 2, and 3, Jesse.
They're physical and athletic, and that's the...
Turning on the Jets. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle was finally made.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Getting worked on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. The Bruins moving quickly to the line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking downfield, it's Iamaleava. Swings it out to his running back. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. He'll take it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal. Now on the move. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA!
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better.
And the defense gets home with the pressure and knock him down for a loss, but there are penalty markers down. Let's sort that out. You can grab, but you can't hold on. The defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Back to throw, it's Auburn. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. With the catch, it's Pena. Gets away from one, finds some space. It's a seam wide open. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. UCLA will go back to work on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Hold it, finds his man on the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Bruins want to crank the tempo. Motion from the wide receiver. The play action fake. Makes the catch near the sidelines, but he's down immediately before he gained an inch. The Bruins come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Tight end now in motion. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Bruins come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Scanning the field, it's Iamaleava. Got his man on the outside. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Bruins will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in their gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Second down, he'll throw it. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Working that left side now. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Off the RPO, complete. Good pickup, but a little bit short of the sticks. And the Bruins are in the hurry-up. Caught in the backfield. It's Thomas. There he goes! Wide open spaces. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. The Bruins come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Wide open downfield. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Bruins are marching down the field. They'll throw it from the red zone. Trying to set up the screen. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. On the ground, it's Thomas. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Bruins are threatening on 1st and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bruins!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Back to pass, it's Auburn. Here's a heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Out of the gun to give to the back. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Nittany Lions will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. He's got great speed. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Caught behind the line. It's Thomas. Oh, a lot of space. Touchdown, UCLA. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the
Turning it on! And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. The Nittany Lions come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw, it's Auburn. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
The Nittany Lions now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on 2nd down. Nowhere to go with the ball and down. He goes at the 39.
And that's That's now their third sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front seven. They can blitz, they can rush you with 4, with 3, but they've got dudes that can beat you one-on-one, and you're seeing that in this game.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Catch in the middle. It's strong. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it has gone final in the ACC, a matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Clemson was far from the friendly confines of Death Valley, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of chatter this week about this group not being ready. Time to check those receipts, if you know what I mean. Never know what can happen when two good teams face off, but even the most plugged-in ACC fans have to be surprised by this one, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in the groove.
This defense giving up ground, and he's finally knocked down at the 26.
And that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield.
Touchdown, Brewer! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Looking downfield, it's Auburn. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the air on second down. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They are getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
Pulls it in. It's Pena. He's brought down at the 49. That is well short of the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. On 4th down, going to the air. Unleashes one deep. Throw to the end zone, picked off. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Pasadena. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Back to throw. It's Iamaleava. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Bruins will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Looking downfield on first down. Gets rid of it. Makes the grab to the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
When you run your slant route and it's against man-to-man, one thing you know you're going to get is hit. When that wide receiver catches the football, slants don't open up wide open. Linebackers are going to be there, safeties are going to be there, so you got to be able to take that hit and hold on to that football.
Wants to throw on first down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Get a pass rush like that, and the Bruin faithful will give you an 8-clap in a heartbeat.
They'll get jacked up. They'll get excited. I mean, you think about a defense, you got to get those guys up front. You want to dominate college football. You want to be in the mix. Find those big defensive linemen that can make plays.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Complete with conviction on the crosser. They made the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Get it out on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw, it's Allard. They'll run the screen. Runs through a tackle. He makes the stop, and a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves him in second and manageable.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State!
This guy is officially a problem. His second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. UCLA will go back to work on offense. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. Wide receiver going in motion. Pulls and fires complete. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Sends it back in motion. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Thomas. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
The the Bruins in the hurry-up.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Catch in the middle, it's Thomas. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
We knew coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
He'll get it inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39 before he goes out of bounds. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Here comes the heat. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Looking to fire. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
Really nice looking pass. When I think back to the history of UCLA quarterbacks, I think about guys carving up defenses in the Rose Bowl in the perfect weather conditions with the gorgeous San Gabriel Mountains as a backdrop. And this guy right here, man, he's lighting defenses up this season, throwing it too. And in this game, he seems like he's dialed in.
They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He'll pull it down. There he goes. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. That's the end of the period, and it's UCLA in the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. They'll move the wide receiver. The give to the tailback. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Bruins racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Brings up second down.
Got it behind the line. It's Cox. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The Bruins are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Back to throw. It's Iamaleava. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And the holder will put it down on the left hash, a 34-yard attempt coming. Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it's hit triple zeros in a captivating game today in the American. Charlotte pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. The 49ers were clicking in every phase of the game, and the results speak for themselves. Always fun to see 2 of the better programs in the American duke it out. A good barometer for both coaches, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
And the Nittany Lions have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
This defense has taken the game over. They're winning the game in large part because of how dominant they've been up front, how good their pass rush has been.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Flips it out on the screen. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
In the situation we're in, down 2 possessions, they obviously had to go for that one. And because they're not able to come up with it, it looks like they're going to be leaving the stadium with an L.
UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, but settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, Reese, and I like where I'm at. And if I'm on offense right now, my job is to put another long drive together, eat more clock, and get another score.
Just got to be better in the red zone this time around. When they get down close to the goal line, you need better execution to put a touchdown on the board here.
They'll run the option. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Now on the option. Here's the handoff. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down. And the Bruins want to move quickly.
UCLA.
He'll ride his man on the option. Quick toss. Touchdown, UCLA! Great job by the back on the option. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And they tacked on the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There'll be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to pass. It's Auburn. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over, like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few 1st downs and make something positive happen.
That's caught. It's Singleton. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. He makes a catch. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's the big-time moment. In the 4th quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the pass.
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Going to try to get it himself. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Pena. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Nittany Lions will hustle to the line.
Man, I love this guy's toughness. All game long, he's been getting hit. He's been sacked multiple times, and here we are late in the game. He's still staring down the barrel, gets nailed, but's able to deliver a big completion for his offense.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. The Nittany Lions with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Finds the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Dropping back, it's Auburn. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
This defense is trying to protect the lead. You have to make the offense work for it, and a personal foul just gives them yards.
And that's why you've got a lot of receivers on your hands team. Guys, the best hands on your team, so they're able to hop on them.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop it.
The Bruins, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. On the option. Oh, he's got a chance. He's got the first down and more. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. On the option. The pitch. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on 1st and goal. The give. Touchdown, Bruins! And they take it in for 6 more points. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense. Defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. To throw, it's out. And he feels the heat coming in and burns it up. Another sack. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. And this this pressure. Another sack. The Nittany Lions headed quickly to the line. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. And while this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score. So they might try to score again. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Goes to the option. Oh, there's always football on the bad pitch. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. And down he goes back at the 3. The Nittany Lions trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. And the offense just chooses to spike the ball.
No gain on the play. 3rd down coming.
And the Nittany Lions need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Singleton. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Past the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Penn State!
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
After this, it'll be a wrap. On the option. And the ball is free on the pitch. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great, the home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David. They played a big factor.
And they're still jacked up, and they're still excited. They play a big factor, and it affects everything. College football, road atmospheres, they're tough. Even when the team isn't ranked like they weren't today, these are the types of moments they can jump up and bite you.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.